What excites you most about our generation's world?
Well, I think the amount of communication, that is the one thing with traveling that you see, is that kids are connected in a way they never were because of the internet, probably. The fact that you can trade information so easily and there's access to information.
What book do you think should be in every library of every school, and why is it important?
You guys are getting good questions that I wish I had a whole day to think about and give you the best answer. I'm going to give you one of the freshest books in my mind. I just read a book called Sirens of Titan. It's by Kurt Vonnegut. He's probably my favorite author. And so that one really, I thought it was great. I thought it was, and every time I try to explain it, it takes me about 15 minutes, so I'm not going to do it to you. But I just love the way the book is. It talks about one man unites all humans to basically to create a new religion that involves the whole earth. And he thinks he's so important and everything, and then he ends up on this other planet, and he finds out that the only reason humans have ever existed was to send messages to this alien who's waiting for a replacement part for a flying saucer. And so the Great Wall of China basically means, hang in there buddy, we're on our way, and the pyramids mean something like, don't worry, we'll be there soon, and things like that. It's a really funny book, but it's pretty deep too. So Sirens of Titan, I guess, since it's my last read.
We asked Siggy and we asked Chuck D. We've asked every musician we get a chance to interview what song they want to lead the world in a giant global sing-along. What song would you like to lead the world in?
Well, seems like the first one pops in my mind is All You Need Is Love. Beatles. Was that other people's answers too?
We've had a couple of Beatles answers.
Yeah.
But that's the first time I think we've ever gotten All You Need Is Love.
Yeah, All You Need Is Love seems like, I mean, it's already, there's good footage on the internet of the sing-along aspect of that one. That's one that always pops in my mind, you know, All You Need Is Love. Pretty simple message, nice melody. I think a good, easy melody to sing along is really important for the sing-along, and that one has it. What about Ziggy Marley? Did he pick one of his dad's songs?
Ziggy Marley said, Love Is My Religion.
Oh, yeah. That's a really good one, actually. Love Is My Religion. Has to do. She mic that. Let him have his moment. Yeah, Love Is My Religion. That's a good Ziggy Marley song. I like that one a lot. Oh, One Love. I have to have the word love in it, I think, you know. Universal love.
Could you sing some of one of those songs for us?
Let's see. I'm going to let the dump truck take the solo first. This is my chance. If I sing now, you won't be able to tell I'm out of key because you won't be able to hear me. So you wanted all you need is love, dun, 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 dun. All you need is love, love, love is all you need.
Thank you.
Jack, how long have you been in Santa Barbara so far?
Well, I moved here in '93. You want me talking to the airport? Just in case. I moved here in '93, and then I went to college for 4 years, and then my wife taught at Dos Pueblos for about 4 years. So we were here for 8 years, pretty solid, and then we come back quite a bit to Santa Barbara and spend as much time as we can here.
Okay, sorry.
Always editing.
Yeah.
See, editing is my best friend. I mess up so much. Like in the studio, you should hear how many times we do a song before we actually use one. It'd make you feel better if you heard how many times I messed up.
When we interviewed Chuck D, he said he felt it was the role of artists to bring attention to things that they think matter and hopefully inspire audiences to use their talents to make the world a better place. How do you feel you use your talents to make the world a better place?
Well, I try to focus on education as much as I can, and I agree with his comment. I think it's really important. And you know, some people feel that responsibility more than others, I think, depending on how you were raised. And I get asked that question from time to time. I don't necessarily feel like it's the responsibility of all artists to have to do those type of things, because with some of my favorite painters, musicians, different type of artists, you know, they're so far gone from the social world that I don't necessarily want to have to see them get involved with it, you know. I'd rather them just stay outside of that on the fringes and keep creating, because it's some of that art that inspires other people to do really important things. But the way I was raised and the music I play is so social. You know, it's just sort of always been about sitting around with friends and coming up with songs that everybody could sing along. I kind of learned to play guitar so we could sing Bob Marley songs and Beatles and stuff like that. So when I started writing, it was naturally a communal kind of thing. And so when I could start using that music to bring people together to raise money for things, or just bringing attention to things that I believed in, it was a nice aspect of what I get to do for a job. And so for me, I think we've always, because my wife was in education and taught at high school, and we've done a lot of work with high school and elementary school and intermediate, we kind of focus mostly on kindergarten through 6th grade nowadays, with environmental work, but also music education and art, especially when we started seeing a lot of those programs getting cut, the funding for it. And so, yeah, that's what I've been able to do is mostly focus attention and funds on those areas. And it's pretty exciting to do, to get to see the actual instruments going to the schools, or to get to see a community garden go in. Those kind of things make you feel really good. And it's a great way to tell the kids what Daddy does for work. You know, that it's more than just playing songs for people, that it's actually bringing people together and making their community a more positive place.